Have you come across managers? Have you come across leaders who are, have you come across people who are micromanagers? Because good managers and good leaders, they are not micromanagers. That's the reason I'm saying, have you come across people who are micromanagers? Let me ask you this question. Are you a micromanager? So I'm going to share with you 5 symptoms. And if you have either one or more than that, it's a clue that you could be a micromanager. So point number 1, do it all syndrome. Now, most of us have this tendency to do it ourselves till the time we wake up and say, you know what, it's time to delegate. Now, if you have this tendency to do it all, and if you find it extremely fearful to release to the other person, that's the number 1 symptom that you have this tendency to be a micromanager. Point number 2, you find it extremely difficult to let it go. Now, what do you mean by let it go? If you are doing it everything yourself, you would find it difficult to let it go to the other person. And you would have this fear that if I release this, if I let go of that from my table, the other person might get the power. The other person might have the authority. I might lose all the respect. And it's a sign of weakness. Point number 3, instruction overload. Have you found yourself at a position where you tend to give a lot of instructions to the team members around you, where you will tell them what should be done, why it should be done, and how it should be done? You are breathing through their nose. You will tell them what should be done, in what way, in what capacity, at what timeline. You give them the timeline, you give them the SOPs, you give them the instructions, you give them the pathway as well. Now, that's what we call as instruction overdose. Point number 4, constant checker. Help me understand, have you done that? Have you done this? You're always behind them to check if they have done or not done something that you asked them to do. Do you have this tendency to call your team members at least 5 times, 10 times a day to check if they are working? Do you have that suspicion and doubt in your mind if they are working at all? And especially in the world where we are living in. And point number 5 is approval. Delayed approval. If you have this tendency to continue to check on others, there's a tendency that you would continue to delay on the approvals. Something will come to you and you will just sit on that, and then you will go through everything, all the documents, line by line, word by word. Only then you're going to approve. Just think about that. If you have all these symptoms, either one of them or all of them, could be a case where you are being a bottleneck in the overall effectiveness of your team. Remember, the individual effectiveness plus the collective effectiveness of the team is what delivers result. Even if you are sitting at the helm of the team, could be a possibility that you are a bottleneck. Something for us to ponder on. If you like this content, please take time to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also click on the bell button so that you could get all the upcoming videos in your notification.